Hello everyone, and welcome to Truly Bedrock Season 2. This is episode 23. And, whoops, wrong button. It's been a while since I've been on the server, and last we left off, we were working on the outside, building those faces. It's kind of been a weird thing. So, I did some testing, or I did some creative work figuring this out. I recorded the video, and then not too soon after I recorded the video, we went ahead and did a live stream where we built this one on our base. And so you should have seen the live stream, you should have seen that video, and that video I recorded just before I left Arizona, and we are currently home now. And it's been like a week and a half since we've been on the server, and a very rare occurrence. There is nobody else online. Very rare indeed. Now we're making the long journey through our tunnel. And so in the last stream, we had done a little bit of chatting about kind of Season 1 and the nether corruption and how my base was nether corruption and I was ahead of the curve on the whole deal. It was a pretty funny time, and after the stream ended, I kind of started thinking about my Season 1 base, and I loved that base, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it, so whilst I was driving back from Arizona, it's a 12-hour drive, I was thinking about why I loved my Season 1 base so much, and I can boil it down to a literal cherry on top of my base, which was the ghast. One of the hardest things that I've ever done, to take a ghast in survival Minecraft to my base, and the reason that was so great is because we had the ambient sounds of the nether in the overworld in our base. So, with the 1.16 update came a lot of new sounds. We have new mobs, we have the different biomes in the nether, and it's eerie and it's dark, and I really, really do enjoy it, and other than diving into some game files, there's not a real way to play the ambient sounds when I want. But there is something that we can do to change the ambient sounds of our base, and that is why I'm heading back to town now. Now, I was going to record a bit from the starter base talking about how we can change the ambient sounds in Minecraft, and one of the ways that I know is by note blocks. The other way has to do with these inventory items right here, specifically planks and a diamond, and that is something that I have never crafted, which is a jukebox, and we can find a music disc, and we can play a tone, and there's one in specific that will really add some dark ambiance to our base. Now, I looked through all my chests and stuff, but there was nothing in those of the disc variety. Now, we could make a creeper farm with skeletons that would kill the creepers, and we can get music discs that way, or the other way is to find a dungeon and then have a little search in the chests, and hopefully you'll get a music disc. And unfortunately, this one doesn't have one, and I'm not sure where there may be one. So what I'm going to do is check out some of my shops, because I know the iron shop has made some sales, and then we're going to go explore some dungeons and try to find ourselves a music disc. So I'm climbing up out of the original mine that I dug out when I very first started this world, because I know there was some dungeons, dungeons, and there was an abandoned mine shaft down in here. I couldn't find the abandoned mine shaft again, but I did find the dungeon, and this was dug into a desert temple, and we found what we were looking for. So we have the music disc. We also got our collection from the shopping district. We made some diamonds. That's real nice. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull out a couple of backpacks here. We're going to put our diamonds away so we don't lose those. We made some good diamonds, and I'm going to get myself out a crafting table, and then we're going to craft up this jukebox. Now, this is something I've only ever played with in creative. I don't think I have ever actually crafted this block in survival Minecraft. So there's a first for everything. It's never been really worth wasting a diamond, in my opinion, for that thing, but we did make one. So now, we can kind of clean up our mess here a little bit. We got some things that we don't need on us. I have the chest plate because of the raid that you see on the top part of my screen, which I know can't get me over here, but I want to make sure that I'm prepared nonetheless. So we're going to put that thing back on the hotbar just in case. And basically what I want to do is I want to create a system utilizing the jukebox here that we can play a music disc in. And you guys can hear this. And it's got like the original Minecraft song. You can hear it in the background just a little bit. Oh no, that's just the Minecraft music that we can hear. I was going to say, that sounds kind of creepy. But anyway, you should be able to hear this nonetheless, hopefully. And we're going to break that. But I want to get something where this can be automatically played. And I have an idea. There is kind of a Bedrock only feature that will allow us to actually mess with the jukeboxes using a little bit of redstone magic. So let's head back to the base and possibly jump into a creative test world to show you what I'm talking about. So here we are in the creative copy of the Truly Bedrock server that I downloaded a few weeks ago. And this is our base. And if we walk along here, you guys will hear a jukebox playing. Now, give me that back. Oh, it must have went into the hopper? No, it's right there in my inventory. We'll put that in there. And I'll show you guys this little circuit right here, and it's pretty neat. I found this on YouTube, obviously. I scoured YouTube for some jukeboxes, or I'm sorry, some note blocks that would be a cool... Are you kidding me? You should not be playing. This should be locked. You know what, we'll take this out just so we don't have to worry about it. But anyway, I scoured YouTube for some note blocks that could be cool, and we could have built a contraption and hid it underneath the base here, and it would have worked for us, but it would have been huge. And there's a Minecraft or a note block studio and all kinds of different things that you can do. But this area is being utilized for our piglin farm and sorting system and our potion sorting system, and eventually I've got some plans for this under area here. So what I decided to do was look up the jukebox and see if there was a way that we could automatically utilize it. And it's a simple little circuit. You guys can see here. We have a hopper underneath the jukebox. We have a dropper that's facing up. And then we have a hopper facing into the jukebox, and then around side here we have a comparator signal coming off of this hopper. We have an observer reading that, and then that's powering this block, which powers this dust. So basically when the song is done playing, the music disc will go into this hopper here. It will read that signal, it will come around, and the disc will be placed into here, and then the redstone signal will fire it up, and this will queue up inside of this item hopper here, making this a toggleable system, and you can turn it on and off by locking this hopper here. Pretty simple. So I have stretched out a redstone torch tower. We're getting all of the redstone figured out, because I don't know if I want to have just one disc in here playing, or if I want to loop it a couple of times, because if you were to take this redstone dust away and have just this system here, this would continuously loop. And I think that's a good idea for when people visit the base, but I don't want to have that music playing the whole time I'm here. And what really sparked this idea was people coming over to my base. It was long before we had these walls done, and they were coming over here to look for the clues for the treasure hunt. And Dadcraft sent a bunch of people over here, and I wanted to give a little dark and ominous feeling to this base to really kind of pull everything together. Before we finish the aesthetics and the actual build, we can get a little bit of ambiance. Now, I've hidden some tripwire hooks behind these armor stands, and we put a little bit of string That's firing this piston right here, which is hitting a redstone line that hits a piston that goes down and hits another redstone line. I'll probably actually just have the 3-wire system that is there right here, so that I don't have all this back and forth redstone. Originally, I planned on putting some pressure plates here, but I think it would look a lot better. You can barely see those tripwire hooks as you come up, not looking for them. It's a little bit better hidden input. So I was getting some things prepped over here at the base to start doing this project, and I need some tripwire hooks. So I came over here and I grabbed a crimson plank, a stick, and an iron out of the chests over here, and I just learned something that I find quite interesting. So if you use crimson wood, you get 1 tripwire hook. If you use the warped wood, same thing, 1 tripwire hook. But if we use regular Minecraft wood, we get 2 tripwire hooks per crafting recipe, and that is very peculiar to me, in the sense that why would this plank be any different to where we only get 1 tripwire hook? So yeah, I had to waste a little bit of wood and resources there because of something I didn't know was a thing. I guess Minecraft wood is better than the nether wood, or the overworld wood is better than the nether wood. I don't know. So we're gathering up some gravel and stuff like that. We are going to need probably our redstone box, and let's see what's in this thing. Good, we've got a sticky piston. I'm probably going to need a couple more, which is fine. We've got that. The only thing it looks like I'm really lacking for this whole project is going to be a little bit of hopper action and a little bit of redstone torch action. So we're going to need to get some wood out, and we're going to need to get some hoppers. We're going to need to get some redstone torches, and then we're going to go over here and start building it. Okay, so first thing we want to do is put a couple of tripwire hooks here. And then we will go ahead and get the string out. And there we go. Now, that's what I was wondering. See, I wondered if that did that in survival or something. So it's powering... Let's go ahead and take this block and this block out. I don't think this is the problem. That could be an issue. I don't want my armor stands dancing. I guess that could have been the problem. Because I thought that this block would receive the redstone signal. And is it transferring somehow down? And we'll get... There we go. And there we go. So I guess it only moves them one time? You know what? That's okay. We can deal with that. So what I want to do here is we're going to put a piece of redstone dust right above this guy. And then we are going to have, if I can get that. Okay, I got it. We're going to have a sticky piston with a redstone block on it, and that is going to be our activation device. So I need this guy. I need 1 redstone block, and then we're going to need a little bit of redstone dust, so we might as well craft ourselves up a bit of that, like so. And like I said, we're only going to need the dust on top of this block. And then a piston like this, and bam. So now, if we take and dig down right here, we're going to have redstone dust on top of this block. And we don't want it to be netherrack. We're going to want it to be something like so. And now we're going to have to dig this area down. So the only part of this project that I really don't like is the dancing armor stands. I do kind of like how this is hidden, though. Obviously, you can jump up over it, but if you're walking across here, you're coming up to my base, you're not really going to notice that there. But what we could do is we could... Oh, man, I don't want to lose you. we could move this back by 1. So it's still kind of hidden. I don't want the armor stands looking all kind of janky. And we'll do that with this side as well. We'll go ahead and take that back. Yeah. So if we get these tripwire hooks and we place them here and here, and we get our string, let us go ahead and put these guys back, and then we're going to reset our armor stands, and we'll see. Yeah, see, that doesn't mess with them, and then when you're coming up from the tunnel, you're not going to see these until last minute. I still don't... Somebody might not step on that thinking it's a trap, but... Okay, I think we did a better job hiding the tripwire hooks. I did a couple of different things messing around with these guys, and I love the tripwire hook subtle behind here, and then what I basically don't want is I don't want some pressure plates or something sitting here that people will see as they come up, and then they'll just be like, oh, let's jump over these. I want this thing to activate unbeknownst to the people. So coming up here, we can actually take the mini block stuff, and we can move these heads to make them kind of suit what we want. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and align these like the other ones, which looks super creepy because they're all staring at me. And then we need to go positive and negative X, right? So this way is negative X. Perfect. And then this one would be positive X. And we can go through if we want to and move all of these just to make them kind of line up with the other ones so that nothing really looks off, but you can barely see that string until you come up to it, and you guys can hear the piston firing down here. Perfect. So I'm going to move the rest of those heads, and then what we're going to do is we're going to dig down, and we're going to dig out all of the blocks kind of around this guy. So I need to dig out all of these blocks in this little cross pattern here, because what I'm going to do is have a piston here with slime blocks going all the way down, and we need to go down to Y level 24, and I know that because I did some extensive testing on that creative test world to get myself below this lava lake, and that will allow us to torch tower back up and put our little jukebox system. So now that we got that side taken care of and I've started digging the tunnel over, the next thing that I want to do is dig all of this out right here. And essentially what we're going to have is right here we're going to have the torch tower, and I need to go ahead and block off another block basically right here so that I can pillar up as I make the torch tower. So we're going to need to do something like that. And then go ahead and get this lava filled in. And then get this all, with the gravel. And then we can dig down without the fear of lava getting into our faces. Even though we have our fire resist potion, it's hard to run redstone in lava or in water. So now we can just go back and forth. And luckily I was smart enough to bring more than one stack of lava or gravel, but it doesn't look like I'm going to need it. So now what I should be able to do is I should be able to just dig this all out until I get to Y level 24, and then dig straight across and find my little path that I've started building. So Y level 24 was the level in which the gravel was going to stop when I did my initial drop. So we had to come down to Y level 21. No big deal there, but we have ran a redstone line all the way back over here to our piston with some slime blocks on it that will extend down, powering this line. And then I've gone ahead and put a little bit of delay in, because if it was me walking across the bridge up top there and I heard some pistons firing, I'm going to stop and look around and kind of see what's going on. And so, with that being said, we should now be able to go ahead and start our torch tower once we get our torches out and not place down a block. And all we have to do is just pillar up a little bit and we can finally wire this system in, and I think it's going to work out pretty good. So let's keep going up and we'll see what ends up happening. Okay, so here's how the torch tower ended up, which is actually perfect. And we need to place ourselves a dropper like so. Let's get our hoppers out. And we're also going to need the jukebox like that. And then we need a hopper like so. Perfect. So the next thing that I need is the observers, which I've already got. And we're going to need that guy going like so. Nope, back one. Need the observer here, which is pointing into a block, and then we're going to have a little bit of redstone dust right there. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to place a block like so, and that should lock this hopper. And then the only thing that we need, which I don't have on me, but is right here, is going to be a singulatory comparator. And let's go ahead and clean out our inventory a little bit. And this guy is going to be facing that way. So now, this should work. If I put anything in this hopper, it's not going to move. So we can put our music disc in here, and our system is all but finished. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a slab here. We are going to put a slab on top of this hopper so nothing accidentally falls in there. Well, I guess it will fall through the slab anyway, but we're just going to put it up there so nothing spawns on the hopper. And we did find 3 ancient debris in the process, which is pretty cool. We'll go ahead and put our slime blocks back in there. And I'm going to clean out a little bit more of my inventory, and I'll meet you guys on the other side of the bridge. Okay, so if you were coming out of the nether tunnel through the nether cave and approaching the base, I figured out the right slider. This is what you're gonna hear. And coupled with this, I love it so much. I'm so happy that we did this. Let's go ahead and turn this back down to where we had it. And I think it's going to give that eerie feeling that, oh man, it's so perfect. And if I wanted to, I just come down here and stop it. And put that guy back in there, and then we can just plug our hole. And what I may eventually do is get some way to come down here. And yeah, that's the system in a nutshell. I love it. So I think it really, really adds to the ambiance, and I was very excited when I did this in the testing world and stuff like that. And I hope that other people will come over to the base and get to feel the creepiness of the base. Yes, but with that, guys, that is going to do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun doing this one, and kind of just messing around with some mechanics that we've never really messed around, and really, really getting the feel of the base. Let's run over and engage this one last time before we sign off here. This is taking things to the next level, I guess. I don't know. It's really going to bring the base all together. So, and I think it's going to stop people on this bridge like I did and kind of look back like, what just happened? And then they'll hear this. And it's perfect. So, Yep, that's going to do it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you did, please leave a like. Smash that notification bell right next to that like button. This way you can get notified when videos like this come out. And whilst you're down there, check out the description for all of the ways to follow me, including Twitter, Discord, Twitch. It's got a list of all of the other Truly Bedrock members' YouTube channels in the description. Go check them out. If you're not already subscribed, do so please, because there is so much great content out there from this server. Most of you, though, I know, all of you are already subscribed, right? And I will see you guys on the next one.